Sure. Skip this ad.
The Filipino Online Professional Services Cooperative is because I believe that this is a cooperative that all Filipino online professionals own, control, and manage.
So, the reason kaya po ako sumali sa POPSCO, kailangan natin ng isang sistema at isang samahan na makakatulong sa bawat isa.
This cooperative is a group na pwede silang sumama para mas magabayan sila sa kanilang freelancing journey.
Ako sumali dihan sa POPSCO kasi para makabuligak sa ato kapwa mga freelancers, and ito talaga ang passion and my mission.
I joined POPSCO kasi for me, lahat ng ginagawa ko sa POPSCO is a privilege ko siya tinitignan eh. Kasi once in a lifetime in history na bigyan ka ng chance na mag-contribute.
Stepping stone na rin to para maabot yung goal
ko. The vision of the organization aligns with my personal vision, which is to develop and nurture an organization within Zamboanga City that provides much needed support for our online workers.
I joined FOPSCO because the people I've met have the same values, vision, and mission as mine, and that is to provide assistance to those who would like to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
One of the reasons why I joined FOPSCO is because as a freelancer, I think it's important for us to have access to training, whether free or paid.
Wanted our individual reputations to have a collective reputation for excellence.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelancing here in the Philippines.
The reason why I joined this organization is that I saw their mission and vision towards helping all Filipino freelancers.
I choose FOPSCO because we learn and grow as a community to help also others.
I feel more safe and secure knowing that my knowledge and skills will only come from the most renowned and experienced online freelancers and raketeras here in the Philippines.
I joined FOPSCO because I saw the potential growth is not just reaching one's goals and being successful, but there is camaraderie.
I am very inspired with their achievements and advocacy in promoting and helping Filipino freelancers.
I want to join FOPSCO because of two things. Number one, I want to help freelancers to get a job. And number two, I want to learn more from you.
All right, so that's a big yes. We really are growing together. Okay, so welcome and good evening to our part 2 of our 3 advocacies webinar series by our speaker. So let me just give you a quick recap. So we have Advocacy Thursday last session entitled Responsible Use of Social Media for Kids. And tonight, this Advocacy Thursday webinar is for our FOPSCO members, graduates, and aspirants, freelancer, or online professional who want to develop and unlock their valuable skills needed for or as a virtual assistant or online professional. So this is so exciting. So of course, we would like to thank you with our sponsor, Payoneer, and collaboration with the FAPSCO, or the online or Filipino Online Professionals Service Cooperative. And tonight, our webinar entitled Must-Have Skills of an Online Professional. So I'll be your moderator, Dennis Bipagio. I'll be in charge with your questions here in Zoom. Okay, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Angelique Pedroso and Mark Ismana. So they are handling our technical team and our Facebook Live. And if there are questions coming from our viewers. And we also like to acknowledge the presence of Charlene Del Rosario, our timekeeper, and she'll be the one who's going to introduce our speaker for tonight. But first, let me just remind you of our house rule. Please put your phone on silence mode and then mute anything that can interfere our webinar. And let's respect one another so we are matured enough. And of course, we know what is right from wrong. And we are seeking for your active participation. But let me just remind you that our Q&A will follow after the discussion of our speaker. So I guess everything is set up now. Let me just call again Ms. Charlene. Hello, Ms. Charlene.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Okay, so we'll now give to Ms. Charlene, our presenter's mic, to introduce our speaker. All right, take it away, Ms. Cha.
Thank you so much, Sir Dennis. And before anything else, I would like to ask for a bit of an apology kasi yung webcam ko is medyo naglolo ko siya ngayon, so I cannot use it for tonight. But let me introduce to you this person. Actually, she is one of the most important person that I've met in this life. She's been, she's been my trainer during my times at the Digital Jobs PH training that was conducted here in Mariveles, Bataan. And now she is a mentor of mine. So, hindi ko na patatagalin ang lahat. Ipapakilala ko sa inyo ngayon. Siya ay isang business development consultant. Siya rin ay isang coach. She's also a digital skills trainer, a speaker. And of course, one of her advocacy is the home-based lifestyle. So she's a home-based lifestyle advocate. And this person as well started her online career in 2013, which is nagsimula siya as a virtual assistant. And of course, one of her dreams is, one of her hope is to build a dependable community of online freelancers, of course, filled with talents and a strong family-like culture. For tonight, I would like you all to meet Rochifel Rivera. Miss Roche?
Hi, Cha. Thank you so much. Na-touch naman ako. Masyadong parang emotional yung intro. Iba pala pag may ibang nag-i-intro kasi nagpapakilala ka lang ng sarili mo. Ulitin natin tong ganito. Masarap yung pakiramdam na nandyan kayo and kasama ko kayo. Mukhang hindi na ako masyado magtatagal sa deck ko, sa presentation about myself kasi nakwento na ni Cha lahat. But then again, eto, sinishare ko na yung screen. Hintayin lang natin. Yan. So this is the second installment of our 3-part free webinar advocacy series. So yung isa abangan nyo sa Thursday naman siya. Especially yung mga MSMEs, yung mga business owners, mas masarap siyang pakinggan para sa kanila. So ito para to sa mga online professionals and aspiring online professionals, of course. So alisin ko na to kasi in-introduce na ako ni Cha. Yung sunod na lang, eto, gusto kong pinapakilala yung sarili ko as a grandma. Kasi I became a grandma at 41 last year. Yeah, 41 years old. Right now, 42 na ako and 1-year-old na yung apo ko. So, bukod sa mommy duties, kasi I had a homeschooler. She's already 10 years old right now. So, parang meron akong 2 homeschoolers sa bahay. And the reason I am so proud to share that with you kasi ang isang online journey hindi siya madali. Not to mention you have to homeschool your daughter, and ngayon meron pang another makulit na habang nagwe-webinar ka sumasampa siya sa tabi mo, or habang naggagawa ka nandiyan siya nakakalat lang sa tabi o nagtatapon ng kung ano-ano mang mga bagay. There's really chaos in the house pero masaya siya. Yun yung gusto kong ma-share sa inyo. Okay, now when I started in 2013, hindi ko pa alam kung saan ako pupunta. Basta ang alam ko lang, gusto kong magkaroon ng maliit na income sa bahay, and then gusto kong i-share yung na-enjoy kong privilege because I get to work from home. Hindi na ako kailangan pumunta sa office. Because I used to be in the call center industry, and I know for those who among you who have experience to become a call center agent, hindi siya madali. Especially the night shift, the ever-changing schedule every 2 weeks, the very, yung sobrang pressure na trabaho, especially pag nasa customer service ka. So medyo mahirap talaga siya. So I really get to appreciate the privilege that I had at home. Kaya gusto ko talagang sinishare, gusto kong kinikwento sa kahit kaninong parents, especially, na merong isang option that we can earn from home and we get to do the things that we love. So it was in 2018 when I rediscovered myself and embraced my passion for training and coaching. And that's also when I started, conducting digital skills training programs through the DICT, the Department of Communication, Information and Technology, and other platforms, also with TTI and other companies. After 1 year, we decided to build a cooperative, a group of people with the same vision and mission as I do, na yung gusto rin namin magkaroon ng isang community na tumutulong sa bawat isa. Somebody that helps push each other up. So kung gusto mo maging agency owners, go to FAPSCO and we will help you, train you, and give you the things that you need para mag-upskill ka, para pwede kang maging agency owner someday. So our aim for FAPSCO is to help each other in whatever skill level that we are right now. Pero syempre, hindi siya ganun kadali. So you have to grow with us because everybody in FAPSCO has this growing spirit. Kaya yun yung aming mantra. Let us grow together and let's help you with that. So this webinar series is just part of our program in FAPSCO. So hopefully makita namin kayo doon. Just go to fapsco.ph or facebook.com/fapsco.ph page/fapsco.ph. All right. So let's get to the lesson part. Ayan. I started my advocacies or my online journey together with my advocacies online. Hindi ko siya napansin na naging ganun siya kaparte ng buhay ko. Na along with my digital skills journey, kasabay pala nung lumalago yung homeschooling community ko, yung pagmamahal ko sa homeschooling parents, yung pagmamahal ko sa training and coaching, and of course, yung passion ko to help grow the industry as a whole. So hindi ko siya napansin na doon siya nagsimula. Kaya when I decided to relaunch my website as a business development consultant, I said to myself, I have to give back to the 3 industries that helped me grow. Doon sa 3 industriya na tumulong sa akin to stay on track, wag liliko, wag aalis. Kasi hindi madali ang mag-set up ng business online. Hindi madali ang mag-build ng community. Lalong-lalo na hindi madaling kumita ng pera online. Kumita in a way na stable siya or kayang tustusan yung lahat ng expenses mo. Mas maganda kung may sobra pa. Okay? And it's not easy. And if I didn't have friends that stayed with me all throughout the journey, hindi ko rin siya kakayanin. So, part of those advocacies is the homeschooling community, of course, the virtual assistant or the online professionals journey, and of course, my clients, the coaches, where I learned a lot from them. So next week yung sa coaches, so abangan nyo. All right? So right now, whoops, there. What are we going to be learning today? So number 1 is the must-have skills of an online professional. Lahat tayong online professionals, dapat meron tayo nito. Okay? How to execute that skills, how to consistently do it and improve on it, and how a person with a very inspiring story can be your inspiration too, because I was inspired by her as well. All right, so let's get started. Yan. Sabi nila, Pag meron daw massive problem, pag merong problema, merong oportunidad. Okay? Naalala ko si John Pagulayan in one of our FAPS Talk episodes, sabi niya, basta't may problema, may pera. Totoo yun, di ba? Pag may problema, may pera. Ang unang-unang kailangan nating skill, kailangan marunong tayong tumingin ng problema. Madali lang naman tingnan, di ba? Massive problem. Kailangan malaking problema. Yung problema na merong isang industriya, may isang group of people or group of companies that may need that problem. Na merong pangangailangan ng solusyon sa problema na yon. So we should have the eye for opportunity. Okay? Now, sunod. Dapat meron tayong unique solution. So balik muna tayo sa problema. For example, right now may problema ako, let's say for my laundry. 2 weeks na kaming hindi naglalaba. Napakahirap maghanap ng schedule ng paglalaba kasi kahit yung Saturday, Sunday, napupunta siya sa mga trabaho namin for FAPS ko. So talagang ang hirap isingit. Okay? Kahit may washing machine, promise, mahirap siyang isingit. Kasi kailangan mo pa siyang isampay, kailangan mong itupi. Alright. So, kailangan mong maghanap ng problema. For example, ang problema ko ngayon is my laundry. Magkano bang laundry? My laundry is, kung magpapalaundry ka, 65 pesos yata ang alam ko per kilo. So, let's say may 5 kilos of laundry ka in a week. So, 65 times 5, more or less nasa 300 plus. Diba? 300 a week. Sabi mo ng average, 300, i-times mo yan sa 4, so that's about 1,200. Sabi mo ng 1,500 kasi minsan sumusobra ka sa 5 kilos. So kung yun yung problema mo, alam mong yun yung presyo, hindi ka pwedeng magpa-laundry na 10,000 yung hihingin sa'yo, right? Because everybody has that kind of problem and nagkalat yung solution. So nawawala yung uniqueness. Okay. So, kung yun ang problema ko, kung yun ang gusto kong i-offer as a service, kunyari ako magtatayo ako ng business, kung yun ang i-offer ko as a service, 1,500 a month for one person. That is if I consistently bring my laundry to your shop. So, para ako kumita ng, sabi mo ng 50% nun yung profit mo. So, 1,500, sabi ng 700. So, 700 sa one person. Para kumita ako ng 7,000, kailangan ko ng 10 person that will consistently bring their laundry to me every month. But what if I wanted 70,000 pesos? I would need to talk to 100 people on a consistently basis, building the relationship of 100 people. Okay? Hindi siya ganun kadali, di ba? So, kailangan mo siyang ipunin, kailangan mo siyang alagaan. Kasi pag isa lang doon, ang nawala, hindi na nagbayad sa'yo for 1 month, hindi mo na mabubuo yung 70,000 mo. Kailangan mo nga ng 70,000. Now, here comes the unique solution. Kung ikaw ay magtatayo ng business, lahat naman marunong maglaba. Madali lang naman bumili ng washing machine kasi hindi mo naman kailangan ng malaking washing machine in the beginning. But what if, mag-iisip ka ng isang problema na meron kang alam na unique solution. So for example, marunong akong gumawa ng website. Marami rin gumagawa ng website eh. Ang website ranges from $500, $800, $1,200, yung iba $2,000, $5,000. If you are lucky enough, you can get like a $10,000, $20,000 website contract. Pero what will set you apart from those website developers out there? For example, hindi ako marunong sa graphics, but I know I have an eye for beauty. So meron akong team na gumagawa ng graphics. Meron akong kasama. So pwede ko siyang i-top up dun sa service. So instead of the person just looking for a website developer, pwede kong i-offer yung I am a website developer or I can help develop your websites. Plus, improve your graphics. Fix your branding, lahat ng branding materials. So dalawa na siya. Meron akong konting alam sa copywriting. So pwede kong sabihin, I can help create your website and fix your copy. Kunyari, the client has a lousy copy or wala talaga siyang copy at all. Instead of that client looking for somebody else na magpapa-copyright, ako na lang. Diba? Kasi kaya ko naman siya. So, meron akong 3-in-1. Marunong akong gumawa ng website. Meron akong team member na marunong gumawa ng graphics. It doesn't have to be me. Pero marunong akong gumawa ng copy. In fact, meron din akong taong pwedeng pag-outsource ng copywriting. So, kung ikukumpara yung service na i-offer ko for website development, it's not just simple website development anymore. Kasi nasa akin na lahat ng kailangan mo. Marunong din ako mag-SEO or I know somebody that also do SEO. So, naging 4-in-1 na siya. So, that's make me unique. At diba? Yung service mo, para kang, hindi ka lang nag-combo meal. Marami kang freebie on top of that. How about my approach for clients, the way that I build client relationships, the way that I build their trust, the way that I build my own branding. Nakikita nila meron kang portfolio. Nakikita nila yung mismong gawa mo. And yun pa lang, solve na sila, di ba? So, balik tayo kay laundry shop. Di ba kanina, kay laundry shop, I need 100 clients para kumita ako ng 70,000 a month. And would you believe na ang minimum na website na pwede nyong i-close ay nasa $1,600 pataas? So yung $1,600 na is more than 70,000 pesos already. Now, what am I getting at? Gusto ko lang i-point out na meron kasing iba't ibang klaseng services online. So you can, pag bago ka, syempre hindi naman lahat kaagad marunong ng mas mataas na skill. Kaya pag bago ka, pwede mag-offer ka ng social media management, social media content creation. I personally started as a content creator. I blog for other people. I do their social media. Content creation. Hanggang sa unti-unti nag-manage na ako ng Facebook group. Hanggang sa meron akong sariling Facebook group na napalaki. Hanggang sa unti-unti ako nagdadagdag. Natuto akong mag-web design, natuto ako ng digital marketing, ng SEO, etc. So along that journey, for the span of 7 years, I also learned how to train, how to craft courses, how to design courses na mas madaling, mas maiintindihan ng tuturuan mo. So, yung lahat ng experience mo na yon, put that in a package, in a service package, that is your unique solution. Balikan ko to. So may massive problem, may opportunity kasi alam mo yung solusyon. Right? So you have a massive problem and you have a unique solution. So may problema, kailangan ng business owner ng website. And I have a very unique way of creating a website that I can only do. Maybe others can do it, pero iba yung sa akin. I am different. I'm not just like the rest. I'm making myself stand out. Okay? Parang doktor na hindi ka lang internist. Hindi ka lang nag-check ng sipon, ng tonsillitis, ng ubo. Andun ka sa, let's say, level ng OB-GYN or ng neurosurgeon or ng thoracic surgeon. Meron kang specialized skill. So, hindi ka lang pabayaran ng 500 pesos every time na nagpapa-check up ka. Kasi pag nag-opera ka, mahina yung 20,000 pesos sa'yo. Lalo na pag OB-GYN, tapos C-section, mas malaki yun, di ba? Nakikita niyo yung difference? I hope you're seeing the difference of a regular skill and a specialized skill. Okay? Next, you need to find a starving market. Gutom na market. Yung kailangan yung service mo. Siyempre, sino ba naman na naghahanap ng mga websites, for example? Siyempre, yung mga business owners na ready na to take off. Lalo na ngayon. 'Di ba? May pandemic. So, maraming nagsisimula ng business. But not all of them are ready. Lahat na nagsisimula, iba, okay na ako sa Facebook, kumikita naman ako sa marketplace. So, not all of them. So, you need to find a certain industry na alam mong gutom at naghahanap ng problema, ng solusyon sa problema nila. It can be a group of people or a group of business owners. Pero yung starving market na yon, dapat meron kang familiarity. Dapat ramdam mo. Like me, I chose to serve coaches, speakers, trainers. Why? Because I'm a coach myself. I'm also a speaker and I'm also a trainer. Alam ko yung problema ng mga coaches. Before, when I was a virtual assistant, naghahanap ako ng mga clients. Ang client ko is mga virtual assistants din. Pero hirap akong makakonect. Kasi iba-iba sila ng industry eh. May virtual assistant for real estate, may virtual assistant for accountants, may virtual assistant for legal, kung saan-saan. So, sabog din ako, hirap ako makakonect sa kanila. Pag may discovery session, hindi ko magamit yung language na ginagamit nila sa industry nila. So, there is a bit of a mismatch. Okay, may mismatch siya. Pero kaya kailangan yung matching eh. You have to be able to connect with them. So, kailangan familiar ka sa industry. And so, napansin ko, habang kumukuha ko ng mga kliyente, lahat na nakukuha ko, coaches na. After lang yata ng mga 2 clients, puro coaches na siya. And I'm not even aware of it. Until lately, nung binabalikan ko na lang siya, oo nga, yung unang client ko, coach, yung pangalawa hindi, pero yung pangatlo coach, yung ganon. Meron pa nga ako naging isang client, ano siya eh, ano yun, yung, yung yung may mantra, ano yung merong mga, shucks, I forgot the terminology. Yung nagpapaalis, parang spiritist. Yon. Ang tawag sa kanya coach, pero para siyang spiritista. Meron siyang mga yoga music, tapos meron siyang mga prayers na sinasabi. So kakaiba, pero coach pa rin siya. Meron din ako isang client, intuition coach. First time I heard of the kind of coach that she is. She is a intuition coach. So ituturo niya sa'yo paano mo gamitin ang intuition mo to grow your business. Di ba, meron palang gano'n na hindi ko alam. So, I learned the different coaches. May health coach, of course, health and fitness. So, iba't iba. But then again, nakaka-relate pa rin ako sa kanila kasi we all wanted to teach and to learn something that we get to be an expert of. Okay. So, again, meron tayong M, massive problem. U, meron tayong unique solution. And S, we should have a starving market. Next. Meron tayo kailangan timing. Dapat alam mo, dapat marunong kang tumingin kung kailan ready yung tao mo. If you are an OB-GYN, hindi ka mag-a-advertise sa mga single moms or sa mga single na tao. Mag-a-advertise ka either do sa bagong kasal or yung kasal na may asawa na may partner na pero gustong magkaanak, right? Kasi pag OB ka at buntis na yan, dire-diretso na yan for 9 months, sa'yo na yan eh. Ganon din sa atin. Sino ba yung mga nangangailangan ng website ngayon? So tingnan nyo. For example, yung mga coaches na kailangan ng website, syempre sila yung coaches na mga either nagsisimula pa lang at gusto nang mag-launch, or yung mga coaches na meron nang na-establish pero gustong magpalit ng website or gustong magdagdag ng service. Ba? So kailangan may timing. Kailangan ba niya ngayon? Baka naman okay lang na next year pa. Meron nga ako isang client, nagsimula na kami, nag-down na siya, tapos tumigil siya eh. Kasi feeling niya hindi pa daw siya ready. Kasi naman wala pa pala siya mga images. Kasi nung chinek namin, sabi niya meron na siyang images, pero nung chinek namin, hindi pa siya pwede. So natigil na naman siya. So meaning hindi pa siya ready. At wag nating i-rush, syempre, di ba? Wag nating pilitin yung client na, oh come on, pwede na yan, bilisan mo. Just because you wanted the business. Hindi naman ganon, di ba? And when the client is ready, dapat tayo ready din. Di ba? Kasi pag tayo naman ang hindi ready, when they come to us and ask questions, paano, let's say, Rosh, I wanted to create a website. Do you have some website samples that you can share me? Wala ka pa namang nagagawa, paano yun? Paano nga yun, Rosh, kung wala pa ako nagagawang website? Di gumawa ka muna. Pwede kang mag-volunteer, pwede kang mag-offer ng half the price, para kahit pa paano, meron kang nasisimulan. Para meron kang i-showcase, kumbaga. Merong laman yung portfolio mo. And it would be an irony if you're creating websites for others and you don't have a website on your own. Wala ka mismong website na sarili mo. Diba? So, kailangan meron ka din. So, kailangan meron ka ring pricing. Alam mo, pag tinanong, hold on a minute, I'll check. Kasi hindi mo pa alam. So, mahirap. So, kailangan ready ka na. There are things na maaring hindi mo alam gawin on a website. Pero paano yun? Hindi pa ako marunong ng integration, ng ganito, ng ganyan, ng CRM. Paano ko siya bubuuin? Well, find someone that can do it for you. Find someone that can do it with you. Split kayo, pag-usapan nyo kung paano. have a team. Find a team. That's what we do here in FAPSCO. So kung hindi mo kaya mag-isa, nandito naman yung iba. And they're all willing to help and willing to learn. Okay? So again, meron na tayong MUST. So we have a unique solution at the right time to a massive problem with a starving market. So, kailangan meron tayong eye for opportunity. Alam mo kung kailan ka dapat titingin ng opportunity. Meron ka dapat specialized skill or process na pwede mong ibenta na unique para sa'yo. Na hindi meron yung 1 milyong tao. Hindi naman tayo makakahanap ng 1 milyong surgeon kaagad, di ba? Parang ganun lang din yun. Starving market, kailangan meron kang familiarity sa industry. Para pagka sinabi mo yung terminologies nila, alam nila. Normally, ang coaches, kailangan nila ng events. Kailangan nila ng podcast. Kailangan nila ng mga tao na pupunta a-attend para maririnig kung ano yung expertise nila, and then that will be their selling strategy. That will be their andun yung unique selling proposition nila. Paano sila makakakuha ng tao makikinig sa kanila? So, kung alam mo yon, kaya mo silang tulungan, kaya mo silang suportahan sa business nila. And kailangan ready na sila. Kailangan may pambayad din sila, syempre. Kasi if they're not yet ready, mag-hold back yan. Hindi sila kaagad-agad magtitiwala sa'yo. Maghahanap pa ulit ng iba. Because they don't feel the need. Okay. Now, ano naman ngayon ang gagawin natin pag meron ka na nung 4? So, it's time for you to execute, consistently do it, and improve on it. Doon tayo magkakaproblema sa execution. Kasi karamihan sa atin, kayang gumawa. Pero bihira sa atin yung nag-stay. That's also the reason why at least 7 out of 10 or ilan ba? 14 or 18 out of 20 na digital jobs PH graduates tumitigil after 6 months. Nafu-frustrate kasi walang client. Pagdating ng second year, yung mga nakakuha ng trabaho ng year 1, nawawalan na ng kliyente. So, natatakot na silang bumalik. Ay, hindi pala stable dyan sa online industry. Balik na lang akong call center. Kaya lang, hindi ko kasi binigyan yung chance ko noon na bumalik eh. Kasi ang feeling ko, ang iiwanan ko yung anak ko, mas malaking isa-sacrifice. Hindi ko lang isa-sakripisyo yung bulsa ko, kung hindi yung quality ng buhay na gusto kong gawin for my daughter, which is to homeschool her. Kaya siguro matigas ang ulo ko, hindi ako bumalik. Okay. Tingnan muna ako ng comment. Baka may question? Yan, wala. Yes?
We do have one question here, Ms.
Meron ba?
Rochelle.
Yes, Des. Go ahead. Thank you.
All right. So this is from our viewer. How to know if you are in the right market?
Anong pakiramdam mo sa market? Alam mo ba yung market? Familiar ka ba sa kanya? Masaya ka ba pagka ginagawa mo? Pag nag-o-offer ka sa kanya ng service? Is that market giving you the price that you deserve? Kasi kung kinukuripot ka ng market mo, hindi ka rin masaya doon, di ba? Or minsan kung yung market na yun ang tingin, na-appreciate ba nila yung effort mo? Kasi tayong lahat ng tao, meron tayong kanya-kanyang zone of genius. Meron tayong kanya-kanyang specialties or expertise. Parang ako, natural sa akin ng magsalita, magsulat. Pero bigyan mo ako ng math problem. Kahit mapa na lang, bigyan mo ako ng mapa. It will take me 5 minutes para lang makita ko nasa ng north, south, east, and west. Kahit araw lang naman siya, titignan ko talaga siya nasaan. And hindi ko alam, parang yung GPS, di ba pagka yung Waze, pag nasa biyahe kami, hirap na hirap akong tingnan kung nasaan na kami. Kahit meron namang may arrow. Tapos yung street na nakalagay, hindi ko mai-align. Parang lagi kong hinahanap yung diretso. Kasi nakikita ko diretso lang eh. Tapos sa mapa may mga pag ganon-ganon, di ba? So, para sa akin, hindi siya natural. Pero pag explainin mo ako ng something, lalo na if it's about digital skills, Ang dali lang eh, kahit natutulog ako, tapos gisingin mo ako, tapos magulat ako, ay, oo, kaya kong explain yan. Kahit isang buong module pa. Because it's natural for me. It's like, I always say this in the class, it's like teaching a fish how to climb a tree or teaching a monkey how to swim. Magkaiba sila ng expertise. So, tanungin mo na yung sarili mo, expertise ko ba tong market na to? Masarap ba yung pakiramdam ko sa market na to? And if that feels right, then maybe that is. Pag hindi, talon ka, hanap ka ulit ng iba. Especially if that market, if that pool of clients cannot appreciate what you do best. Don't stick with that market. Kasi magpo-frustrate ka lang. Itong kliyente na to, lagi akong inaaway, lagi akong pinapagalitan, lagi akong tinatawag na hindi magagandang bagay. Ba? Lalo na kung lagi ka na si sermonan. O kung lagi ka inaantok, nakakaantok itong trabaho to. Nakaka-bore itong trabaho to. If that doesn't feel right, then maybe that's not the one for you. Hanap lang ulit. Hindi naman kasi tayo pare-pareho ng pacing. Imagine, 7 years in the business, ngayon lang ako nag-relaunch ng website. Why? For so long a time, alam ko na hindi ako magtatagal sa services industry, sa virtual assistant industry. Why? Kasi meron ako hinahanap na certain fulfillment. Yung parang gutom, gutom pangit yung term, parang giggle, ayun. Hinahanap ko yung giggle. And I've been doing a business consultancy na hindi ko namamalayan since 2015. Lahat ng mga clients ko startups, and ako yung nagbumubuo ng business nila palagi. Pero VA services yung ino-offer ko. Pero I end up doing everything for them. And it was just last year that I realized that it's not virtual assistant anymore. Business development na siya. Pero kasi yung mga detalye ng bagay na kailangan kong gawin, hindi na ako nag-i-enjoy, although alam ko siyang gawin. Nag-i-enjoy na ako pag kinakausap ko yung client, pag tinutulungan ko sila, binibigyan ko ng strategies, and when their face lights up, yun yung pinakamasarap na pakiramdam eh. Yung napapasaya mo sila, yung feeling nila, ay, ang galing mo, totoo nga. Tama nga, sige gawin natin. So, yun. Sana natulungan kita, nasagot ko yung tanong. Thanks, Dens.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rochafel. So, it's about your value or finding your value in the market and, of course, in line with your passion. And with regards to that question, we have here a follow-up question also, Ms. Rochafel. The question here is how to stand out in a heavily saturated market. Ayun na, medyo question.
Ang gagawin mo, maghihintay ka hanggang Thursday. Because that is exactly the topic for next Thursday. Mahirap kasing sagutin yan sa isang tanong. In fact, branding and story brand is an entirely different course. Pag hinimay-himay natin siya mahaba. In fact, yung klase ko dyan inabot ng ilang buwan. So, mahirap. Pero, bago ko sagutin, para masagot ko yan, mas marami kang maintindihan if you attend on Thursday. Kasi hindi ko siya kayang sagutin ng 10-15 minutes lang. Mas maganda kung 1 oras tayo tuturuan. Okay? So, promise, hopefully, attend ka next Thursday.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Roche. So, I guess we should invite them formally. See you next Advocacy Thursday. Same time, especially if you are an MSME, huwag niyong palagpasin na maka-attend at makinig sa aming next session. But we have to move forward with our discussion. So to answer that question, attend po kayo doon sa ating next session that will focus on our branding, entitled Build Fascinating and Irresistible Brand. Thank you, Ms. Roche. Go ahead.
Sakto, di ba? Thank you, Dens. Alright, balik tayo sa daily activities. Kailangan magplano ka ng activities. Madali lang naman pala yan, gagawa lang pala ng plano. Pero hindi lang siya mananatiling plano. Kailangan mo siyang gawin. And kailangan yung paplanuhin mo, yung isusulat mo dun sa plano mo, that's something that you're willing to do on a daily basis. Consistently. Yun na yung humihirap. Yan din yung reason ko bakit nawawala ang mga VAs. Kung bakit ang mga online professionals nauubos. And that's also the reason why they're saying that the online workspace is not stable. It's not because the online workspace is not stable, but because they fail to execute and consistently do a great plan a great marketing plan. Okay? That way, hindi nila na-improve kasi tumitigil sila. Mahirap naman talaga, wala namang madali. Okay. Sunod tayo. Para kahit papaano, magkaroon kayo ng idea, ano ba yung pwede kong gawin? Yung iba ang ginagawa, nagko-cold emails. Yung iba ang ginagawa, nagko-cold PMs. Yung iba nagko-conduct ng mga webinars. Yung iba nagba-vlog o nagba-vlog. Yung iba nagpo-post sa social media. Yung iba nagbi-build ng relationship sa social media groups. So yung iba nasa agency sites, etc. So, kailangan gumawa kayo ng isang activity that you're so familiar and you love doing on a daily basis. Kasi pag hindi, nabobore ka, hindi rin siya mag-work. Like this one, cold PMs and cold email. This is something that I am not doing. Hindi ko talaga siya ginagawa. Why? Because this is not working for me. Why? Because I don't like talking to people that I don't know and people that doesn't know me. Para kang nanligaw niyan sa isang taong hindi ka pa kilala. Guys, alam nyo to, sigurado ako, meron nang nabasted sa inyo kasi lumapit ka sa isang tao na hindi mo naman sure kung gusto ka o hindi. For sure. Ba? Merong isang tao na nilapitan mo na hindi ka sigurado kung gusto ka o hindi, tapos binasted ka na. And that's the reason why I don't want to do cold emails or cold PMs. But if you are okay with it, if you think it's okay with it, do it. Just don't forget to track it. Maglista kayo. Kung ang ginagawa nyo message sa Facebook, lista nyo. Sa group, social media post, eto, meron tayong free daily marketing tracker na pwede nyong gawin. Kung ilang beses kanya nang nakausap, basta kailangan at the end of the day, the goal is to bring the client to a discovery session. May kailangan, madala mo sila sa Zoom call para matanong mo sila, anong kailangan mo? How can I help you better? Okay? At mag-isip ka ng daily activities that you're willing to do. Gusto mo mag-cold email? 5 emails a day? Fine. Mag-send ka ng 5 emails. PMs? Fine. 5 PMs a day. Especially sa LinkedIn, it's working. Okay? Make sure you track it. Kasi pag hindi mo siya tinrack, hindi mo naman malalaman if it's working or not. And normally, you need at least 100 emails sent para makakuha ka ng at least 2 reply. And that's something that I'm not gonna waste my time for. Pero depende nga kasi yan sa atin. Saan ka ba mas komportable? Pag sa relationship building, normally 2 or 3 weeks bago ka makakuha ng, ng client na interesado sa iyo. Kasi you have to go out there and check people out. Tignan mo, may social listening kasing involved doon eh. Kailangan tignan mo ano yung pinopost nila, anong kailangan nila, anong problema nila. And you have to help them there. Doon at doon. Kung sa Facebook mo nakita, replyan mo sa Facebook. Yun yung mahirap na side. So, saan kayo komportable? Do you like doing vlogs, webinars, etc.? Yung iba mga events, offline events, and online events. Yes, they also do that. Ako nakakuha din ako ng client one time in an online event that I was invited to become a speaker with. So, may nakarinig, and then, nagtanong sa akin, and then we hop on a call, and then I got the client to sign up. Ganon siya. Okay? So, pangalawa, how are you going to improve it? Siyempre, by tracking it first. So, this will be your daily or monthly tracker. Pero kailangan may annual ka kasi kailangan may comparison ka eh. Diba? So, ilang cold calls ba yung ginawa mo? Ilang LinkedIn outreach? Ilang cold emails? Ilang Facebook outreach? Ilang social media outreach? Or iba pang traffic sources? Mas lagyan mo siya ng price. Kaya may formula to eh. Kasi pag naglagay ka for example ng 10 dyan, magkakaroon ng amount to. Para makikita mo kung magkano yung per outreach amount mo. Magkano yung halaga ng bawat isang tao para hindi ka nabubore, para hindi ka naiinip, para hindi mo feeling na sayang naman to, wala naman nangyari sa akin, naka-100 emails na ako na-send. Para alam mo yung halaga ng bawat email na sinisend mo. Okay? And feel free to get this free annual marketing tracker. Hopefully, you get to use this one pag naisip nyo na mag-outreach, mag-cold calls, or cold calls, or cold emails, or whatever. Okay? Kasi napakalaking bagay na meron kang paraan to track your marketing activities. Pag hindi mo to ginawa, mahihirapan ka mag-move forward. Kasi hindi mo alam what's working and what's not. Pag ginawa mo to, hindi talaga nag-work sa akin ng cold calling. Nakaka-100 calls ako a day, pero 4 lang yung nakakausap ko. Sa LinkedIn outreach, naiinip talaga ako. 1 week sila bago mag-reply. Cold emails. Walang nangyayari, nabablock lang yung email ko sa dami ng sinesend mong emails. So, find which one works for you best. At hindi mo siya mahahanap ng 2 weeks or even 3 months. Kailangan mo ng maraming pasensya kasi kailangan mo ng time. Kasi 3 months, o ano yung ginawa mo ng 3 months? Nag-work ba? O gawa ka ng iba? Or magdagdag ka ng iba? Doon mo lang siya makikita kung may nag-work o hindi. If you're consistently doing it. But as long as you're not yet doing anything, at least in 1 month, huwag mo na sabihin that the virtual assistant industry or the whole online industry, the whole online workspace is an unstable business. Huwag muna. Hindi mo pa naman kasi siya nagagawa. Hindi mo pa naman kasi siya alam. Okay? Next. Now, let me introduce you to Miss May Borromeo. Meron akong video dito na gusto kong ipanood sa inyo. Video that I'm very, very proud to watch. Rinig na ba, Dens?
Hello, Miss Roche. We cannot hear po. I think you have to remove the headset.
Yan.
Yeah.
Okay. This year, Santa will probably not be able to deliver all presents on time because there are some problems at the North Pole. Let's find out what's happening. No pay, no pay, no work, no pay, no work, no pay, no work, no work, no pay. We the elves are not happy. In fact, we're very angry. We're now working very hard. Don't get paid. We want a salary. We want paid holidays. We want to retire at 45. We want Iceland. We want free lunch at work. We want 3 months off every year. Look who's coming in. It's Santa. Let's see.
Aww. Be patient with me, please. Bagal ang internet ko, so hintayin natin. Tutuwa pa naman ako sa mga kids. Come on! Dapat pala din-download ko yung video. Teka lang, ulit.
Look who's coming in. It's Santa. Let's see what he has to say.
Wala na.
From the North Pole. Let's find out what's happening. No pay, no pay, no work, no pay, no work, no pay, no work, no work. We the elves are not happy. In fact, we're very angry. We're now working very hard. Don't get paid.
Ayan.
We want a salary. We want paid holidays. We want to retire at 45. We want free Iceland. We want free lunch at work. We want 3 months off every year. Look who's coming in. It's Santa. Let's see what he has to say.
Nawawala na talaga siya. Anyway, ayan, nakita nyo, di ba? At least, nakita nyo kung paano yung mga bata nag-i-enjoy sila, di ba? Nag-i-enjoy sila sa ginagawa nila. And this is May. Meet my friend May. The reason why she's so special is because she's one of the mommies na kasama ko sa homeschooling community. She is a homeschooling mom of 2 kids, so 2 ang anak niya, and she has this entrepreneur mindset. But she has very little knowledge about technology. In fact, she just learned Canva last year from me, from one of our events. So tinuro ko sa mga bata, tinuro ko rin sa mga mommies. Hanggang ngayon nangangapa pa rin siya. So, pag may hindi siya alam, paano gagawin to, Rosha? Tanungin niya pa sa akin. Ang Zoom, very recently niya lang din natutunan. Okay, but she loves teaching and she do it for free. Etong class na to, it's a homeschooling class na nag-volunteer siya simula nung nag-COVID. So, simula ng March or April yata, nagka-class na kami. Kasi hindi kami masyado nakakapag-meet up. Meron kaming once a month meet up kasi kasama ng mga kids. So may mga field trip sila, nagluluto, kahit simpleng barbecue, nanonood ng movies, nag-ice skates mga bata. So pag nagkikita-kita sila kami mga mommies, kwentuhan lang, chikahan, sharing ng homeschooling adventures. So ganun lang. She does teaching and she loves it. So ginagawa niya for free. And so one time, in June 17, 2020, nitong June lang, napag-usapan namin na sabi ko, total naman ginagawa mo na for free. Why don't you look at it at a business perspective? Diba sabi niya, pwede. Magkano naman? Sabi niya. So it was June 17. So last June, 2 weeks after, just 2 weeks after we talked, gumawa na siya kagad ng Facebook page. Hindi ko pa alam na may page siya sa kagad na nagawa. And sabi niya, Rosh, meron na ako agad 8 students. Talaga? Magkano? 3,000 a month. Wow! So, umandar na yung math ko. So, 3,000 times 8 students. O, di ba? Not bad. For somebody that doesn't know Trello, di niya alam yung Trello. Di niya alam ang Clockify. Wala siyang alam sa LastPass. Ang Google Drive, ngayon niya palang dinidiscover. So, sino magsasabi na wala naman akong alam sa technology, hindi ko kaya? Siya nga na kaya niya, oh. 'Di ba? So, after nung nalaman ko, second week yan, sabi ko, gawa na natin ng website. So, gumawa na kami ng website. May intervention na ako. Pinakialaman ko na siya kasi nakita ko that she's really very interested in it. And Mark helped us create the logo. So, gawa ni Mark yan. Mark Esmana, o ang Business Center Manager ng FAPSCO Mariveles Bataan. O, di ba? So, ngayon, pati yung mga taekwondo coaches, pumupunta sa kanya, lumalapit sa kanya para maging partner. Para ilagay yung service nila sa website para tulungan namin sila to market. And it's just barely 2 months ago. Meron siyang mga 15 students na naka-enroll na. At marami pa kaming nakukuhang inquiries because of that. So, ano yung ginawa niya dito? Nakakita siya ng massive problem. Lalo na ngayon may COVID. Marami mga nanay na nagtatrabaho sa bahay, walang time turuan ng anak. Nakakita siya ng unique solution. In fact, hindi nga ganun ka-unique eh. Kasi lahat naman kaya magturo eh, di ba? Hindi naman calculus yung tinuturo niya, hindi naman geometry. PEMDAS lang sa math. Tapos yung simpleng English lang kasi hanggang grade 6 lang yung klase. Nakita nyo naman, di ba? Gumagawa lang sila ng skit. Technically, sabihin niya lang sa student, o sige, gumawa kayo ng comedy skit. Tapos makikinig lang siya. Titingnan niya kung anong gagawin. Magtatanong siya. Kalahati nung 1 oras na yun, yung bata yung nagtatrabaho eh. Kumbaga nag-a-assist lang siya. But she was able to make a great package because she loves what she's doing. Nararamdaman ng parents yun eh, that their children are in good hands. Kasi hindi niya lang gustong kumita ng pera. Gusto niya talagang magturo. And she's enjoying being with these kids. Ito nga pala yung anak niya at ito yung kanyang cute na son. Ba? So may starving market kasi may mga parents na gustong magpatuloy yung pag-aaral ng anak nila. But they don't have the time for it. And May has the unique solution. And it's the very right time. Napaka-timing, napaka-sakto ng timing kasi pasukan. Ngayong August dapat, before pa siya ma-move ng October. Pasukan na siya, di ba? So may timing, meron nitong lahat ng to. Di ba? And you can also create something like this. Kung meron lang tayong entrepreneurship mindset, kung titingnan lang natin yung isang bagay sa perspective ng business owner, lagi tayong merong pwedeng ibentang service. Laging merong market na nangangailangan ng solusyon. And lagi nating pwedeng i-package in a way that we will become unique. Because each of us is unique. Diba? Huwag tayong humabol dun sa at par. Magagaling na yan, matagal na sa online industry yan, wala akong kayang i-offer. I'm sure you had an experience in the past. I'm sure You had a call center experience, gamitin mo. Saan ka ba sa call center? Sales ka ba? Customer service ka ba? Kaya mo rin yan. Kaya mo mag-package ng sarili mong service. Dati ka bang HR? Kung dati kang HR, pwede ka magtayo ng sarili mong HR agency. Go hire for people that needs people. That needs quality and skilled and with good character kind of people. Diba? Lahat ng klase ng skill na meron ka, na na-acquire mo sa ngayon, kung ilang taon ka man na ngayon, pwede mo yung dalhin online. Hindi tayo kailangan laging lahat magsimula sa pagiging transcriptionist or sa pagiging researcher or sa kung saan man na nakikita natin na yun yung laging ginagawa ng iba. Because if you have a skill to offer, kung meron ka ng bit-bit na skill coming from whatever industry that you've been, coming from whatever companies that you've been, bring that skill and package it in a way na meron kang magandang solution for a client, for a starving market. Diba? Alright. Next. Matatapos na tayo. Magwa 1 hour na ang bilis. Anong napag-aralan natin today? So what we learned today is we must have the must-have skills. Okay? We learned how to execute and how to consistently do your plans, your marketing plans. We know how to improve it kasi pag na-execute mo siya, nakita mo kung ano yung mali, alam mo kung paano ka mag-improve sa sunod kasi makikita mo meron kang scoreboard. And we learned a really inspiring story na madali nating i-duplicate, maintain, and improve. And it just proves to us na hindi mo kailangan maging eksperto para makapag-presyo ka ng maganda. Kailangan mo lang gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. Kailangan alam mo yung market na siniserve mo. Kailangan you really care. Now, sa FAPSCO, we do care. Kaya kami gumagawa ng ganitong klaseng events. Our mission is to help the online professionals community achieve a sustainable livelihood para matulungan tayong lahat magkaroon ng trabaho. Kasi para hindi nila sinasabi na, mahirap sa online kasi hindi stable. Kaya nandito kami para tumulong. Okay? Para magkaroon ng continuity ng education, tulungan kayo sa marketing, mentoring, leadership training. We have that every Tuesday for those who are willing to, take responsibility for some leadership positions. Because our vision is to be the leading cooperative for all Filipino online professionals and the preferred online service providers of local and international clients. Makilala naman ng Pinoy sa buong mundo. Makilala nila na ang Pilipino ay hindi lang magagaling. We are online professionals that really care for our clients. So we have that in our FB page. And we have FAPS Talk every Monday where we invite guests with different experiences in various online fields. We have free training such as this one. So meron din tayong, hindi ko alam kung tapos na or kakatapos lang, yung Photoshop training by Mark Esmana and the whole education committee team. So we have the FB group at FAPSCOM, the Filipino Online Community, Filipino Online Professionals Community. Doon tayo magsama-sama, doon kayo magtanong. Walang magsasabi sa inyo, ito naman, yung tanong niya pang grade 1, walang manggaganon. Kasi meron sa atin grade 1, meron iba college na. Halo-halo tayo. So let's help each other transition, each member to go to the next phase of their business endeavor. Paano tayo mag-grow ng sama-sama. And we also have our website, fapsco.ph. Please help us spread the word. And ang mantra natin sa FAPSCO is we're growing together. Kasi pag growth focus tayo, hindi tayo titingin sa kung saan-saan. Ang focus natin, paano lang mag-grow. And when growing is your purpose, especially when you grow with peers, when you grow with friends, you not just grow financially. You also grow emotionally, spiritually, and alam mo yung sarili mo, you become a better version of yourself on a daily basis. Plus the fact that you are able to help others, malaking bagay, di ba? Special thanks to Payoneer, by the way, for helping us make our online events possible. Maraming salamat po. And hopefully, natutunan nyo kung ano yung nakita nyo yung community sa FAPSCO, kung paano kami magtulungan, paano kami magsama-sama together. And hopefully natuto din kayo dun sa must-have skills of an online professionals. Dance, meron pa ba tayong questions?
I guess we do have one question here. For those particular freelancer na marami siyang skills, ano daw po yung dapat niyang gawin? Should she or he focus on one skill ba? Or dapat as long as she can offer any skills, pwede i-offer lahat? Parang nahihirapan siya sa ganong part.
Totoo. Ganyan din kasi ako dati. Nahirapan din ako. Kasi feeling ko, I know a little bit of everything. Tapos parang feeling ko, wala naman akong expertise. Pero meron din pala. Nakapag-specialize pala ako sa course content creation, nakapag-specialize pala ako sa business development nang hindi ko nalalaman. Kasi marami nga akong skills. Ngayon ang tanong, siguro gumawa ka gawin mo yung activity na to. Isulat mo yung lahat ng skill na alam mo. Lahat ng skill na feeling mo kaya mong i-offer. And then from there, piliin mo yung mga gusto mo lang. Okay? So, kunyari, marunong ka ng admin, marunong ka ng marketing, marunong ka ng technical, isilista mo lahat yan. And then, ano yung gusto mong ino-offer? Parang ako, diba? Nagtuturo ako ng virtual assistance course, nagtuturo ako ng social media, nagtuturo ako ng web design, nagtuturo ako ng e-commerce. So, ibig sabihin, alam ko lahat yan gawin. But it doesn't mean na ginagawa ko siya lahat for the client. So, ang ginawa ko, pinackage ko yung service into business development para ang gagawin ko na lang sa client, kakausapin ko siya, may consultation kami, alamin ko kung ano yung kailangan niya. So, pag kailangan niya ng website, may team ako na gumagawa, tumutulong gumawa ng website. Pag kailangan niya ng social media, may team ako tumutulong ng social media. Pag kailangan niya ng content, pwedeng akong gumawa kasi gusto ko siyang ginagawa. Or pinapa-outsource ko sa iba pag wala na rin ako ng time. Pag kailangan niya ng course development, ako lang yung gumagawa kasi yun ang gusto-gusto kong ginagawa. So na-isolate ko yung mga bagay na gusto kong gawin at yung mga ayaw kong gawin. Doon yun yung binibigay ko sa mga team members ko. So that way, natututo sila, nag-step up sila, and then at the same time, baka yun din ang gusto nilang gawin, so nag-enjoy din silang ginagawa. Especially yung, for example, graphics. Si Mark siyang assigned sa graphic design and video editing. So pag may mga ganun, si Mark yung gumagawa sa team namin. And he's enjoying it. And he's very good at it. And I'm not even as good as him. Diba? So, pwedeng ganun yung gawin mo. Pwedeng i-package mo siya and then mag-specialize ka into one or two. And then mag-isip ka ng pangalan ng title mo. So, kunyari, website developer. Marami na kasing website developer. Anong magiging title mo? So, pwede mo lagay na front-end website developer. For example, if you specialize in graphics. Or pwede mo sabihin na let's say website consultant. Consultant na 'yon. Diba? Kasi alam mo na siya lahat eh. Or kung SEO naman, pwede mo ilagay naman na SEO consultant. Kasi marami ka ng services na alam sa ilalim eh. But it's really up to you. Kasi wala kasi siyang wala siyang one size fits all na sagot. Kasi sa'yo manggagaling yung sagot. Ano yung gusto mong i-offer talaga? And sometimes ang hirap magtanggal, ang hirap mamili. Nahirapan din ako before, yes. And it took me how many years to figure that out on my own. Kaya nga yung iba naghahanap ng coach. Kasi kailangan nila ng somebody that will hold their hands. Magkasabi sa kanila, ayan, tama yung ginagawa mo. Ito, mali na yan. Ito, sumobra ka na dyan. Yun. So, kung naghahanap ka naman ng coach, go check out Miss Janet Tural's Patreon. Nag-promote din ako. Kasi member din ako niyan, kasama din ako, and I've really learned a lot. So, yun. Ano pa? May tanong pa tayo?
Yes, I guess to add with the question, it has something to do with your niche. Kumbaga, it's okay to not really uncover what is your niche kasi sometimes it will really take time. But if you will find out as soon as possible, you know what you really like, then go for it. So to add with the questions from our viewer. So I guess thank you, Ms. Rosh. I guess we also have one question pa here. Which services are in demand nowadays, especially in this pandemic, Ms. Rosh? So I guess mukhang talagang nangyayari talaga to, and ito talaga yung gustong malaman ng ating viewer. Ano ba talaga yung in demand by this pandemic during this time?
Depende kasi sa industry. So, saang industry ka ba belong? Anong industry yung tinutulungan mo? Anong industry yung siniserve mo? So, yun yung kailangan mo munang malaman eh. Para mas para mas malaman mo kung ano yung in-demand na service. Kasi normally, diyan tayo maraming tanong yan na, ano yung in-demand? Ibig sabihin, saan may pera, saan may customer? So, yun ang gagawin mo. So you end up chasing the carrot again. You end up chasing the job opportunity, the project opportunity. Nagiging commoditized na kasi yung service pagka ganun. Meaning nakikipag-compete ka na sa iba. Gusto mo ano yung in demand? Ando na nga lahat eh. Ba't ka pupunta sa in demand? Diba? Manap ka ng iba. But anyway, just to answer that question, advice lang yun. In demand ngayon pa rin, e-commerce na mga nasa anong tawag dito? Nasa industry ng food kasi hindi siya namamatay kahit may COVID, 'di ba? Logistics, yung mga deliveries, in demand siya. Real estate bumabalik na siya. Ang loan industry, tumataas siya. Maraming nag-loan ngayon. So yung banking, yung finance, tumataas na siya. At umuulan na, pasensya na kung naririnig nyo. Kasi it's raining. So, ganun siya. Depende sa industry. And yung service, yung skill na kailangan nila, depende. Kasi ngayon yung mga e-commerce industry, maraming website na inaayos. So pag may website, merong copywriter, merong SEO, merong graphic artist. So sunod-sunod na siya. So depende talaga kung saan kayo pupunta. Kaya ang suggestion ko nga, wag niyong habulin ko ano yung in demand. Habulin niyo kung ano yung gusto niyo. Ano yung gusto niyo? Para pagka nagpunta ka doon, masaya ka, 'di ba? Para pagka ginawa mo yung trabaho, masaya ka. Hindi ka nabubore, hindi ka naghihintay ng alas 5 kung kailan ka magta-time out. I hope that answers your question.
All right, so thank you for answering that question, Ms. Rosh. So time check lang tayo. It's already 1.5 hours na tayong nagpe-present, Ms. Ross. So far, I guess we already had discussed everything na, Ms. Rosh. Okay na naman po.
We're done.
Okay, so and as far as we wanted to share more information about the must-haves when it comes to freelancing or online professional, I guess this is the end of our session and webinar for tonight. So we are just looking forward that all of you must attend with our next Advocacy Thursday. That's gonna be on August 27, entitled Build Fascinating and Irresistible Brand. Especially those MSMEs. Lahat ng nanonood ng MSME, this is a must-have na dapat ma-attend natin and dapat nating mapanood. Alright, so any parting words, Ms. Rosh?
Wag lang titigil. Yung iba kasi tumitigil sila na hindi pa nila nakikita yung result kasi nahihirapan sila. So I understand naman na minsan kailangan mo na magbayad ng bills. Wala kang pangbayad ng internet, wala ka ng panglagay ng pagkain, wala ka ng pang grocery. And I've also been there. Naranasan ko rin yan. Humanap ka ng isang trabaho na feeling mo kaya mong gawin na magbibigay sa'yo ng sustainability. And then gawin mo on a part-time basis yung isang bagay na gusto mong gawin. Para hindi mawala yung drive sa puso mo, para hindi mawala yung fire within you. Just like what I did. I found an advocacy. And during the time na walang kliyente, ng mga panahon na yon, yung advocacy yung nagkikip sa akin na tumuloy ka lang kasi nakakatulong ka. Tumuloy ka kasi masarap yung pakiramdam mo. Tumuloy ka kasi gusto mo yung daldal ng daldal. Sabi nga ni Papa ko, kumikita daw ako sa pagdadaldal. And because I really love doing it. So sana naman may nangyayaring mabuti sa pagdadaldal ko kasi kung wala, sayang naman, di ba? Sayang yung laway ko. Pero doon ako masaya eh. And kahit hindi ako kumikita ng mga panahon na yon. In fact, kailan lang naman ako nakuhang trainer ng DICT? 2018. And since 2014, gumagawa na ako ng mga videos eh. So it took me 4 years to realize that. Na, oo nga, 4 na taon, kumikita naman ako ng konti, pero hindi siya, kasi noong mga panahon na VA-preneur workshop, ginagawa namin ni Charlene, libre pa siya eh. Baga, break even. Walang income. And it took me 4 years para ma-invite ng DICT para maging trainer. Para technically maging legit digital skills trainer ako. Kasi before, nagtitrain lang ako mag-isa. So hindi ko alam kung tama ba yung guidelines, yung tama yung proseso na ginagawa ko, yung ganon. Pero nung napunta ako sa DICT, mas lalo ako natuto, mas lalo ako nag-improve. Especially when I was under of course, the mentorship of Miss Janet Toral. Marami ako natutunan. Pero 'di ba, kung tumigil ako ng second year kasi nawalan na ako kasi wala na akong coaching clients, wala na akong, let's say, wala na akong mga estudyante kasi nakukonsensya akong maningil dati eh. Because ayoko na maningil eh. Bakit kasi kailangan maningil pa? Eh wala nga silang trabaho, naghahanap nga sila ng pera, tapos sisingilin mo sa course. Eh mahal pa naman ng course ko kasi 6 months program yun. Kasi gusto ko nga ganito kahimay eh. 'Di ba? So kung tumigil ako ng second year, hindi na ako nakuha ni DICT kasi tumigil na ako. So hindi na ako magi-enjoy ngayon. Salamat na lang sa Diyos, hindi ako tumigil. 4 years. Kahit walang bayad yung mga pagdadaldal ko. It paid off. Kasi ngayon may FAPS ko kami. May mga kasama na akong madadaldal din kahit wala ding bayad. Yun lang. Thank you.
All right. So thank you very much, Ms. Roche. So ignite your passion lang to help and as well to help yourself. Sabi nga nila, as we grow older, we have 2 hands. We are helping ourselves, but the other hands, we are helping the others. So I guess that officially ends our session for tonight. And we are hoping that next session is samahan niyo pa rin po kami sa ating Advocacy Thursday ni Ms. Roche. So that's very exciting because that webinar is entitled Build Fascinating and Irresistible Brand. Thank you and have a great night ahead.
Evening.
Thank you.
Yes. Good
Okay,
evening, everyone.
evening.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.